The Hong Kong Christian YouTube channel The Voice recently published a video featuring Pastor Chen Yan-ming sharing his views on whether believers should attend church. The entire video shows Pastor Chen teaching the faithful and, as a minister, reflecting on his own gentle approach. This video responds to Pastor Chen's exhortation and adds further perspective by discussing church attendance from a less common angle. Pastor Chen's sharing focuses on two main points, the two major elements that believers question regarding attending church services: worship music and the sermon. Those who doubt or even oppose church attendance often say that the music during worship fails to engage them, and that sermons are boring, distant, or irrelevant. Pastor Chen's remarks are directed at both believers, including servers and ministers, preachers, pastors, emphasizing that people must understand the true purpose of faith, which is to focus on God. Going to church is a response to God's calling, a heartfelt approach to Him, which Pastor Chen calls a heart moved by grace, not about other distractions. Meanwhile, the quality of service can be improved. Those with musical talent can participate and help improve worship, while preachers should keep up with the times and communicate with various church members, striving to help everyone become integrated into church rather than being alienated by personal preferences. This is what Pastor Chen refers to as revelation from the Bible and enlightenment from culture. When Pastor Chen was young, he found church rituals boring due to not understanding their meaning and was drawn by worldly pleasures, leading him to stop attending. Later, as a pastor, he faced the challenge of gathering believers. I trust Pastor Chen's sharing is offered with the best intentions, and he is gentle to the utmost. Building on Pastor Chen's gentle advice, I would like to offer a bold suggestion to believers. One of my friends recounted that a preacher once told him, "If you can read the Bible on your own, contemplate matters of faith, and work through related questions independently, then there is no need to attend church." I don't know how accurate my friend's account is, nor the context for the preacher's words, but the logic appears shocking. If that preacher's statement lies on the far left of the spectrum, then my suggestion lies on the far right. Even if a believer attains spiritual excellence, that is not a reason to quit church. In fact, it's even more reason to engage fully with the church. This argument specifically applies to Christians, and not to those curious about Christianity or accompanying others to church. A Christian, by definition, is one who believes in their heart and confesses with their mouth that they follow Jesus Christ. Matthew chapter 16 verse 24. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, and take up his cross and follow me." Deny oneself means to refuse to let yourself have something that you would like to have, especially for moral or religious reasons. To follow Jesus is not to regard oneself as supremely important. While those believers who ask, "Should I go to church?" again referring only to believers and not others, view attending church primarily as serving certain functions, often aimed at meeting their own needs, such as hoping to encounter God, resolve faith questions, find a supportive community, or seek spiritual comfort. Those hopes are not evil, but if they are the only motivation without loftier pursuit, they fall far short of Jesus' teaching of self-denial and are merely egoistic. Those who hold such expectations, if unfulfilled for a while, will complain, "I don't see God at church. The church's teaching is too shallow to solve my problems. Those in church don't understand me. It's been ages since I heard a meaningful sermon. I'd rather seek for something suits me online." Obviously, churches and individuals have shortcomings worthy of reflection, but their failures don't mean complainers are absolutely correct, nor that change is impossible. If you truly follow Jesus and embrace his teaching of self-denial, you should use all your strength to change the flaws you see in your church. Tackling these flaws is not something that can be done simply by venting malicious complaints online or gossiping about the church with friends. It always requires active participation. If you find yourself in a surrounding lacking in love, try to show love within it. If the group lacks reflection on faith, prompt others to ponder issues they've never considered. When others struggle with service, the gifted should help. Churches often talk about making good use of one's talents. Even if you take a step back and don't aim for grand reform or always consider how to uplift the church or make the world your responsibility, the truth is having someone participate is usually better than having no one at all. Singing hymns with genuine involvement can inspire those around you. Offering a word of comfort or a light pat on the shoulder to someone in need at church is help in itself. By being present and proactive, you might become a blessing to others. This can be viewed on two levels. First, this approach to church-going prioritizes others above self-interest and puts Jesus' teachings into practice. Second, it still benefits yourself. The spirit of seeking less for oneself and more for others must be cultivated through real action, and these efforts ultimately enrich you, much as volunteering brings meaning by helping others and, in turn, oneself. Some feel a certain church doesn't suit them and switch to another, believing they owe nothing to the previous church and need not try to change it. Setting aside the definition of suitable, many have lately emphasized a congregation is not the whole church. Indeed, no matter which church you attend, there is an opportunity to worship God and deepen your faith. The same rationale applies. Whatever the congregation, there is a chance to practice Jesus' teachings. And attending church is not limited to specific groups, nor should it mean rejecting all formal gatherings altogether. This is what's meant in the saying, "Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater." Undoubtedly, these expectations of believers are quite high. But Christianity's ideas of suffering, spiritual practice, sanctification, and evangelism all require dedication. What's described above is only one facet. Discussion and guidance alone won't persuade everyone. Those who have been hurt in the church tend not to be moved by theology, new reasoning, or compassion. They emphasize the church's wrongs, often because of bitter personal experiences. Some have long been unable to resolve hurts, injustice, or broken relationships in church, even forming deep resentment, and words alone do little. May God's grace and the Holy Spirit's guidance help them heal. This video strongly advocates for believers to attend church, but not as a moral imposition or creed for judging believers. Rather, it offers a perspective beyond personal happiness, seeking a breakthrough in how we think, hoping to add deeper meaning to going to church and encourage Christians to actualize their faith. If you have any idea or like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'll be grateful if you support me on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, making us go even further. See you on the next video.